Welcome to the 30 for 80 podcast, guys. We appreciate you tuning in once again. Episode 3 of season 2. Technically, episode 14 of the whole podcast.
Really? Even? Wow.
Well, I mean, I keep track on Spotify.
I'm trying to. Yeah. So we ended on 11 episodes last season.
And then episode 12 was episode 1 of season 2.
I like it.
That's how it is. Overall, we appreciate you guys tuning in once again, whether you are on YouTube or on Spotify or Amazon Podcast.
Yes,
Does Amazon
sir.
have podcasts?
Shouldn't you know that if it's on there?
No.
Oh, okay. It might be.
Because the way that Anchor distributes the podcast,
It's just kind of like.
they have like a set.
Yeah.
But the way that the website says we're not on Apple Podcast, but when I go to look up on the actual Apple Podcast, we're on there.
No
So
complaints.
it's weird.
No complaints over here.
No complaints,
I'll
but
take it.
we're having fun. We're having a good
Yes,
time.
sir.
Guys, Christmas cards are here once again. If you guys haven't seen it, we have Christmas cards that we're giving out. And we're going to be signing them after we shoot today.
We are going to be signing them. It's going to be a fun time. I
This is
actually
going to
showed
be a
up
fun time.
early.
He showed up early.
Yeah.
It's 12 o'clock now.
It's kind of crazy.
Finally.
I know. That is a finally, I'll admit. I wanted to come even earlier, but like, I don't know. I woke up so bad. Because I went to sleep at like 4, but
You went to sleep at 4 o'clock.
yeah.
And I stayed up past 2 a.m. for once.
That's crazy. We're like on the same boat right now. How did you...
No, it wasn't last night.
Oh.
It was the night before.
Well, let me guess. Last night was like 12:30 because you said you couldn't... What is it?
It was like 10:30, 11. Okay, for clarification,
That's
guys, I was in pain last night.
Yeah.
It was really weird. So yesterday, Sunday, I stayed up. So Saturday night, I stayed up until 2 a.m. And then I had to wake up at, I think, 7:30 because I had to go to church. Because I have like some I have a volunteer job where I operate like the visuals on the screen and like I help record and live stream and all that stuff. So I help with that now. So when I got home, I ate lunch and then I took a nap. I took a 4-hour nap to help out with the lost hours. But when I woke up, I had the worst migraine.
I
Ever.
wish I could take that long of a nap. Honestly, I
wish I
never sleep.
didn't, man.
What?
Because
Naps
if you
are so nice.
They are nice, but science has shown that if you take
Longer than,
like
30
like a
minutes.
longer than 30-minute nap, you get groggy, sore, and that's probably why I got a headache.
That
And
sounds like my
I couldn't
kind
get
of
rid
day,
of the
though.
headache the whole night. So I asked my sister at like 10:30, "Hey, can you bring me the dog? I need someone to cuddle." Cuz I was in so much pain.
Hey,
Like-
bro, get the dog. All right, I'll get the dog. That sounds funny. It's
Well,
like-
her night trade off nights with the
Oh,
dog.
really?
So
So
Overall.
you're objectifying dogs? Is that what I'm hearing right now?
no, we're not objectifying dogs.
That's crazy.
No. No.
Imagine. Nice. Very nice.
But overall, all right. So here we go. How are
Here
you,
we
Chris?
go.
How
I'm
are
good.
you? This is normally how we start off the conversations.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because if anybody is an avid sports fan, the weekend was kind of sad for any Packers fans, any fans of football besides Panther fans, I guess. Even
Yeah.
though they should have been sad because that was one of the lowest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 20-0, only 20 total points scored. It could have been worse.
Okay, if you want to talk about bad games, Super Bowl 52,
We're not talking about
12
Super
to
Bowls
3.
Right now. We're not.
the worst Super Bowl of all time.
We're not talking about Super Bowls. Wait, was that the final score? Was it
12 to 3.
Yeah, and you guys scored 5 more points in that whole game. That's crazy. Like, we're talking about a regular season game. And you guys were the only ones that scored points, too. I'm impressed, honestly.
Wait, did you just say we scored 5 more points?
Didn't you say it was 12 to 3?
It was 12 to 3.
That's 15. And then, did you guys have 27 or 20?
Oh, you mean combined points?
Yeah, combined points.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
was saying,
It's
I was like 5 plus 12 is 17, and we scored 20.
Yeah, no.
I was like, what is your math?
They had 0. That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate.
Sad.
I'm
It's
more sad
times.
because of the kicker problem because I had the fantasy.
This man's
yeah.
fantasy team got screwed over.
I had big screwed over it, but you know what? I deserved it because I didn't start another kicker, so I'll take the L for that.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But overall, Thanksgiving time is upon us. Do you have any plans for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to my grandma's. I don't really know.
Does she live nearby here?
No, she's like,
No.
well, she's like an hour, 2 hours away, but it's still like, compared to here, it's so different. It's like so country,
Mm-hmm.
but I like it. It's a vibe. I'll get
That's
to
good.
see them.
That's good to hear. I am doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just staying here, whipping up
When-
some turkey.
When is Christmas? Is it Thursday?
You mean Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, yeah. Is it
Thanksgiving Thursday, yeah.
Yeah. Is it always Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
So why does that change?
It's the third Thursday of November,
So like, why does?
I think, or the fourth. Why is it always on Thursday?
Because doesn't Valentine's Day change up every year?
No, Valentine's Day is always the 14th.
No, but like day wise,
Well, yeah, I mean,
I feel like sometimes it's on like Saturdays, Wednesdays, Mondays.
yeah, because the year changes,
But,
and
like,
then the days go forward.
Thanksgiving doesn't change though. That's weird.
Yeah, the date of Thanksgiving doesn't change, but it's always on Thursday. I think it's either the third or fourth Thursday of November.
That's so weird.
I don't know why it is that.
Yo, life is crazy. Honestly.
History, the Pilgrims were like,
Oh, you
just
think
did
it's
it.
You think the Pilgrims did that on purpose? Because
Maybe.
they knew it was like.
well, the Pilgrims also didn't have a sense of time. Or,
That is kinda
or
nuts.
dates back then.
How did we even know the date was the 24th, 8th?
Time is technically not a real thing. It's a
Oh God, here we go.
it's technically not a real thing.
I mean-
It's something that humans just made to keep up with like special and important dates.
So theoretically, what I'm hearing is like, the government isn't a real thing
yes.
because we use it as a way to cope with leadership, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one. I think time
Everything is
real.
a simulation.
I like it. Honestly, I kind of wish everything. I feel like everything as a simulation would make life so much more appealing. Because it's like, no, hear me out, right? Because knowing it's a simulation, you're like, oh, I have responsibilities, but like, they don't really matter.
I don't have responsibilities
Yeah.
at all
Well,
in life. I mean, technically you don't.
yeah, true.
You just have to face the consequences with it.
And half the time, the constant, like, policing. This was one thing
Policing.
I was thinking about, right? I'm like, dude, if we really just wanted to, we could just not listen. Like, nobody in America, and what would happen? Like, they can't arrest everybody for not listening.
That's why, I mean, there's something called the 3% like factor. It takes only 3% of a population to come together and overthrow the whole country.
I don't believe that. I feel like our government has it on lock when it comes to
I
rebellions.
mean, technically, okay, so what is 3% of 350 million?
Quite a bit.
So,
But I feel like the military would mow a lot of people down. Especially our generation. And I'm talking about myself, too. Like,
you
I
think
would
the
not
military
handle
would
it.
just pull out guns and just start shooting people randomly?
If they had to, I think they absolutely would. Because I don't think the government, as much as democratic, like, I know we're democratic and, like, we're supposed to do that if we don't agree with the government. But those people in that position of power, you really think they're going to let a bunch of people like us, like middle class, low class people, try to, like, riot them?
Lower class? I don't think lower class people will have the...
Oh, they definitely, they would join in. I would
Oh,
join in
yeah,
if I
they
were low,
would, but I don't think they would have, like, the
equipment to...
yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, even the middle class people, compared to what they're gonna have, we're not gonna have anything. So, like, is overthrowing the government, even like a real possibility?
yes.
You think it is?
I mean, it's in the Declaration of Independence.
There's a lot of stuff. No, there's not a lot of stuff. But like, even the right to bear arms now, it's just such a touchy topic. And obviously, I don't think that right.
Everything
will ever go
nowadays is
away.
a touchy topic.
That is a fact. That's big facts.
Everything nowadays is a touchy topic.
That's
How
crazy.
how can you not? It's like I was scared like when you brought up policing.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go that route. I was not about to go that
What
route.
is he about to say?
Nah, but it's just like, it's nuts to think that realistically we don't have to listen to anything.
Mm-mm.
But obviously listen to stuff and don't get arrested, please. Don't
That's
take
how
what
it is.
we're saying, or I'm saying, because don't join in on the train when it comes to this whole like policing thing.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand life.
We try to stay as least biased as possible. We try not to give our
Yeah,
stance.
no,
on
it's not.
certain
Yeah,
things.
we're not like, this is not a biased conversation, right? I don't think it is, because we're just saying like,
We're
theoretically-
talking. That's all a podcast is.
that is a fact.
It's just talking. The difference between our podcast and like billions of other podcasts is that we talk about whatever we want, or a certain podcast they talk about one specific thing.
That
Now,
is
I
true.
couldn't do that because I like a lot of things.
You do?
So
No.
so I can't just like have one podcast about like video games. I just can't. Because eventually I
kinda
would want to
hard.
stop talking about it.
That would be kind of hard, wouldn't it? Like coming in every day.
Just talk about video games. Talk about video
video
games.
And I like video. I'm saying that like
And so do I. I think they're fun.
it's just like. But
I
if I,
just-
had to come
I
in and
can't
talk
keep
about it,
talking
even like
about it.
football, I couldn't talk about every day,
Mm-hmm.
especially after this weekend when the Packers lost, because that would just be hard for me. Did you see how we lost?
Mm-mm.
So
Wait, who'd you guys lose? Oh, you guys lost against Saints?
Colts.
Colts.
We beat the
Colts?
Saints. They're 6-3. They're good.
Oh, okay.
They're good.
Our dog.
I know. I was just making sure he wasn't gonna start wigging out.
LaMelo Ball.
Mr. 100 points in middle school.
LaMelo Ball.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about him going to the
I
Hornets?
think it's a great move. You guys needed a secondary guard because I'm not. Are you a Hornets fan? I'm assuming.
Yeah,
you're a
yeah.
Hornet. Him and Devontae Graham. That already just sounds dirty because you got Devontae Graham. Him. You're gonna have Miles Bridges at forward, power forward. It seems like it's pretty inconsistent, but no, you have Bismack, right? Bismack Biyombo.
Mhm.
So it's not inconsistent. I don't know if he plays center or power forward. I could.
Cody
be
Zeller
mixing it.
can't stay healthy.
That's the
center.
biggest, and I like Cody Zeller.
Mhm.
Like I've been to a couple Hornets games, and whenever I go, it's he makes a big play. So I'm like, you know what, he knows I'm here. You know, it's just one of those things. But I really like Cody Zeller, but I'm starting to love Devontae. I can't believe he
Hey.
wasn't even in like a solid running for what was it? Well, comeback player of the year, is that what it's called?
I mean, there is a comeback player of the year award. I don't know if he was in it.
And Luka, did you hear what Luka said about it? He actually went out and he was like, I don't deserve to be in this.
Mm-hmm.
He does, because I'm like, Luka, his stats improved, but he just went from like being an all-star to being an even better all-star.
Mm-hmm.
And Devontae went from being like no minutes to being a solid point guard in the NBA, which is really good.
Mm-hmm. I still don't understand why. Like, I'm still salty about the Kemba Walker trade. I
I got it. I understand.
I don't
Kemba didn't wanna
understand. Huh?
You could tell Kemba did not want to go either.
Yeah, I don't. I just he was so loved around Charlotte.
Yeah,
he was
loved-
so
yeah.
loved around the Carolinas. And then what was it for? Like a player and 2 picks?
You got Scary Terry out of it. Who, it's kind of strange to get Terry Rozier and then pick up another guard, because I mean Terry could have started. He could have. I don't know. That is kind of strange, but I don't know exactly what the trade was. I just know Kemba. I'm glad he left with like all due respect, and no one was
Mm-hmm.
burning his jersey or doing anything like that.
Yeah, it's just, he was a franchise player, or at least about to be a franchise player.
He's been a franchise player for as long as he's been in the league.
I know, but for Hornets, like they just gave him, just like, okay, here you go, you can have him with a hope of getting better. Where you knew that if Cody Zeller stayed healthy and we stayed with Kemba Walker, we would have been fine.
I understood the trade as far as like age is concerned, because the Hornets drafting LaMelo kind of confirms this too. They're trying to do. They're trying to get as good as possible as fast as possible, which isn't going to help in the long run of things.
Do you think they're trying to pull a Golden State?
No.
Like with DeMarcus Brown?
No.
Is that his name? The one that played for
You mean Boogie?
Yeah,
DeMarcus
Boogie.
Cousins?
DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what it
you're
is.
good. No one will ever redo that, and they don't have the power to even do that, because I think LaMelo's going to come in the league and be good, but I don't think we should expect.
Do you think he's gonna get starting position?
Oh yeah, if he doesn't get starting position by like, oh, this is weird, because I was about to say December, but then I realized the league is starting in December. If he doesn't get starting by like February, I'd be shocked, because I mean, who's better than a 6'8" shooter in the league right now? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and he can play defense. Like,
I mean, he's also going to bring a whole bunch of media attention to him, and that's going to bring in revenue.
Like the name is really big, but compared to how it was, it's because I mean, people talked about him overseas, but like, he definitely tried to quiet his name, which I really respect, because he knew, obviously his father, who I love, LeVar, but a lot of people don't. He brought a lot of negative light, so I think LaMelo.
I mean,
tried to
he
squash
wouldn't
it.
shut up.
He wouldn't, but I think that's what
he
his
just kept
appeal
running
was.
his mouth. I mean, that's what
It
the
made him
brand
money,
is.
so
Yeah.
I give him credit for where credit is due, and I just think LaMelo really tried to quiet himself and everything. He wasn't even really a talker. Like,
They're definitely more humble than they were when they blew up.
yeah, well, none of them were really like cocky. LaMelo was the only like really cocky one, but
Especially like in like when we played Chino Hills.
yeah, but
That's
I
fine.
think that wasn't because of the media. I think that's the player he is, and I like that type of player. I think he's a trash talker. He's gonna try to get in the person's head. I don't know where his mindset is now, but I hope that didn't change his game too much because that's how
I
he
mean,
used to
I'm
take
I'm
it.
the absolute opposite. Whenever
I'm not.
whenever I play like a sport, like I just completely stay humble. Like I keep my mouth quiet and I just play the game.
I like the idea of like getting into someone's head. So I'm like, I always throw backhanded compliments. I'm like, wow, you're better than this. You know that? Because I'm like, you're supposed to be able to score on me. I'm like 5'7", and they're like, dude, stop. And I'm like, no, I'm still gonna keep talking for as long as you're missing.
You would kill me in basketball.
I don't think so.
No, you would
I don't think so.
kill me. I can't shoot. I can't dribble. I can't drive. I suck at basketball overall.
I don't know. Whenever I 1v1 somebody, and this is I try to make them better as a player. I don't really try to like win per se, which I know is probably a bad look. But if I'm playing threes, I'm gonna try to win because that's just because other people are on my team. But if there's a 1v1 situation where this person can grow, and I know they're not on the level I am because like I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the worst, but if I know they can improve on something that I have that's a little bit better, I'm gonna help them out. Like on defense, I'll be like, all right, that point didn't count that I scored, so let's just recheck, and I'm gonna tell you what to do to guard it. Because I don't know, I just like being like that, and I don't know if anybody's watching that knows that they
I
know
feel
I
like
do that.
you could be a good coach.
I'm a good coach until like I say the most basic thing. I'm like, all right, now guard me, and that doesn't make sense, and then I'll explain to them. But last time I played basketball,
Ew, excuse me, guys.
you have been excused. I played basketball oh dude, like Saturday, and it was like my friends didn't go, but I had friends there, and me and this dude were 1v1ing, and I was guarding him pretty well, I guess, but a little like you can guard someone too well to where like you guys hit each other, and it wasn't like a foul because he did like a post fake, and whenever he shoots, he's one of those guys that lifts his head up. And my nose was where he lifted his head up. And I mean, my nose was pouring blood. It sucked.
No.
And yesterday, it looks better today, but there was like a straight line across my nose. I was like, yeah, that looks like it hurts, and it really does. But they were all straight. It was really cool.
I got kind of like that. We were so in a gym class, like team sports, we were playing 4-way soccer. You know, like people over here just would jump up and they want to headbutt the ball. So I was one of the guys that would always headbutt the ball if it was in the air. And this was so bad. Like, I think, there's like 40 kids running around that gym.
Such a
all
bad
trying
idea.
to play. Like, it was fun.
But it's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea, but oh my gosh, is it fun. What was it? Like, I think there's like 2 balls, 4 goals, 40 players.
So bad.
Massive chaos of soccer.
No
it's
one
so
thought,
fun.
like, for a second, that's a bad idea.
No. But so I went to go headbutt the ball one time. It was in the air, and there was a shorter guy,
Yeah.
and he thought the same thing, except he did it delayed. So I was up, I hit the ball, and he came up too, but his head came at an angle against my eye, and smacked me right against my head. I got huge. It wasn't huge, but definitely I got swelling all around my eye.
I think,
It was so funny though.
first off, that's awful. And the fact that they let you guys play that over, like, dodgeball is really sad.
Dodgeball isn't allowed in North Carolina
know.
schools anymore.
But you'll play that kind of stuff to where you can there is no really permanent harm to dodgeball.
Yeah.
You can't get permanently injured. Like, unless you're, I don't know. I don't know. Like, there's just no, you can't get permanently injured in dodgeball. I won't believe it. But of course, you can play 40 person soccer with 4 goals and people jumping at each other. Like,
It's so
that's
funny.
crazy.
It's so funny though.
It is funny.
I
I'll
like
admit
it.
that it's funny.
I like it.
There was a lot of stuff, I think, in PE that, like, we really should not have been able to
Do
play.
you have any stories from PE?
I have a lot. do you know who Bradley is?
Bradley.
Some dude that went to our school. He dislocated his knee, and
Bradley
team
Gage?
sports. I don't know.
Like, was he kind of? They wear glasses.
No. He was a lower grade than us,
Oh, okay.
but we were in the same team sports class. I didn't even know him like that. He dislocated his knee and like.
Oh no.
was-
That's ugh.
But it was that's probably the worst one. The funniest one is like, I felt so bad for it. We were playing. Do you know what? Did you ever have team sports?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do you know that
My story
game?
was just from team sports.
You guys played 40-person soccer and team sports.
Mm-hmm.
Reason why that was never played again, probably because I never played it and I had it twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But what's that game called? It's like you have to run with the ball. It's not sketchball. It might be
Handball?
sketchball. Handball.
I love handball. You know it's an Olympic sport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's so much fun.
I'm okay at it, but this gal was playing like defense. She wasn't goalie. She was just trying to get back. And I mean, I beamed her in the face. I felt so bad. Luckily, the ball's soft, but like, and you know how the ball curves when you throw it?
Yeah.
I mean, just straight curved into her face. And I was like, dude,
No.
this sucks. I was so sad. I was like, I'm sorry. And she was like, she just said that she didn't even like say anything back to me. I didn't know what to do. And she was one of like the quiet girls.
Oh no.
I felt so bad.
Oh no.
I was like, dude, what?
That's actually so. It's so bad, but I'm just imagining the ball just curving and it's smacking.
I
in
threw
the
it.
Face.
I didn't think I threw it as hard for it to curve like that. And it just did the sharpest curve into her face. And I was like, how do I even make that up? Like, how do I do that on
I used to
purpose?
like whip the balls so hard into the
Normally I would,
goalie.
but I didn't want. My purpose was to not hit her because I saw her there.
Uh-huh.
So I just threw it like in a gust of wind. I don't know, but it.
No, I would
shooted
do
up.
like the you know how like you could jump across the 3-point line, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as long as you release the ball before you land, it counted. I would do the farthest jumps and just whip it at the goalie.
My favorite part about that was like, in every sport I love defense. Like, so
I hate defense.
I always like ran back and
Except
people
football.
would like have their arm like that and I just like smack it out. I don't know. That's the best part is just playing defense. Like, I think. Well, not for you, but you know, I like throwing stuff and that's cool too.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I mean, sports is fun.
Sports is fun, and everybody should try it once, unless you have issues, I guess. Then don't try it.
I hear you. So, golf.
Oh God, golf. Here we go. Let's hear it.
So, what do you? Okay, so I want. Did you just like go up there and just try to hit it, or did you actually think about it?
I thought about it. I thought about
Did
it
you?
hard.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm a big baseball person, and I used to play. And the problem is like there's a huge
Why
difference.
does every baseball person think they can hit a golf ball?
I didn't think I could hit it. That was the thing. I knew I couldn't hit it, but I was like, let me use some stuff. So I used like the power out of the back foot, but obviously you need to get all your power from the swing. It feels
Yeah.
like, but like I tried to like do some cheating here and there as far as like what I can do with this. I just can't. Like the biggest thing with my swing, I can't get it up and then like down.
Okay.
Because I can only get it like halfway if I want to be accurate.
The way that for contact, like actual good contact,
Yeah.
you're supposed to like kind of, you don't sway your hips at all, but you're supposed to like you're supposed to rotate around the center of like where the ball is.
Yeah, dude, that's so weird to me. My biggest problem is like I had power, like that was the only thing that wasn't really lacking, but it always drifted right, and then
Because your club face is opened. Whenever you came down.
the dude's dad was there, and he was like scoot a little bit closer to the ball or not ball, like scoot a little bit up, and he played like golf in high school. It was really good, and I did it and it worked, and I was like, all right, that's cool. Because I was just too far away and too far back. I guess.
like the position of like where the stance is in your ball.
Yeah.
So what I do is like with my wedges, I have it right in the middle, but with like my irons, say like I have like a 4-iron,
Yeah.
I have it closer to my left. But if I have a driver, I have it like right on my left foot.
That's weird. Yo, golf is weird.
I don't know why it does that. Like I really don't know why that has to
it's
happen.
Good to have a flow though, I feel like.
It is good to have a flow. I mean, I'm starting to finally hit the ball decent.
You know what's gonna suck? Honestly, like, you might get outscored when you go to Top Golf.
Really.
Yeah, because it's horrible. I got outscored and I was hitting. Cause all right, we had those.
I've been to Topgolf once.
Did you do good?
No.
All right.
That's when like I started. That was before Like, I think that was like right before lockdown happened.
So if you're using the driver, what I learned, Topgolf has no relative skill. Because if you hit it really far, half the time you're not going to make it in like a point thing.
Oh yeah, you have to hit it
Yeah.
there.
And it kind of sucks because I got outscored a couple of times because the dude literally just smacked it into the closest one half the time. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude. But this dude's dad literally took out like the wedge or something.
Mm-hmm.
And he just, every time, right down the middle, right in the point. I was amazed. I was like, all right, well.
Like, me, I hit a wedge about like probably 70, 80 yards, but like
Yeah.
most professionals can hit a wedge like 140.
He smacked it. I don't know how. It wasn't that hard because he was trying to get it to where it had to go. But, I mean, dude, it was crazy because he didn't even use the tee for it. He just kind of.
Oh yeah,
But I guess that's normal, right?
You're not supposed to use a tee
Yeah.
with a wedge.
Yeah, that's normal.
You're definitely not. I like Topgolf because it's mats.
Yeah.
Because like grass, hitting on the actual grass is way harder. Because if you hit behind the ball, your low point is going to go into the ground, and you're not going to hit the ball.
Imagine
as well.
they just had actual grass just every. That would be awful, I think.
Ugh, no.
That'd be weird on the feet. I would like it, actually. That would be kind of a vibe.
Well, you're wearing shoes, right?
Yeah.
It would be weird on the feet.
If it was actual.
I need to take you out to an actual golf course, man.
No, if it was actual grass and we were in Topgolf, I'd probably take off my shoes. Like, my it don't stink. I'm just saying, I'm there for fun. I'm not there to actually, like, golf. You know what I mean? I'm vibing. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
just like so. Like when I'm gonna go to Topgolf Saturday, it's like I'm gonna go there have fun, but like
You're going to win. I know you.
yeah, my competitive
Yeah.
side just like all right, none of these guys know how to golf.
I really hope
None
you
of
don't
them has
lose.
never hit a golf ball before. Let's knock one out of the park.
I feel like you're gonna get mad because there's gonna be some dude there that hits it to the right side every single time. No, the left side, because the left side has one of the circles on it, and it's not the closest one, but it's like kind of close. You can hit it over there every time and get like 20 around, which is good, and you can end with like 80, 100. I don't
What is it
I don't
like?
know.
You hit 18 balls per round?
20. You hit 24
20.
per like up.
I mean, this is what I like about Topgolf, and this is why they can upcharge their prices so much.
Yeah.
They make you pay per hour. You can hit as many balls as you want, but you have like 1 hour to do it. So I like that, but have you seen like the prices, like how to do it?
No.
So like in the morning it's the cheapest, but like late night is like the most expensive. So like I think from 10 to 12 is $27 an hour,
Yeah.
and then from 12 to I think 5 or 6 it's 37, and then from 6 to close it's like $47 per hour. So if you stay there for 2 hours, that's $94.
That doesn't even sound like awful for the quality of stuff you're getting, I guess.
I mean, yeah, also like
The pizza's small.
if you're by yourself, you can hit so many balls
That is
within
true.
an hour.
It feels like really just expensive but good practice as far as like, because you get accuracy.
You can practice, but it's more of like a
It's more of a game.
it's better to go with a group
Yeah.
just so you guys can split the bill.
You gotta be some like rich dude to practice there, I feel like. And like, what if you just practice there every day? I'm sure someone does it somewhere.
I don't know why you would.
I mean, neither, but it would be fun. Professionals probably do it occasionally. You think?
I mean, just have fun.
Yeah.
Probably. I've seen
Just to see their
Ricky
skill.
Fowler.
Yeah.
I've seen him at Topgolf. I haven't seen him there, but I've seen videos of him there.
I saw completely irrelevant, but I saw Aaron Judge, a
I don't know who that is.
baseball player, like
Okay.
only known for hitting bombs. He hit one over the
Net.
net. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's nuts.
That's my goal. By like by the end of like next year, that
Dude.
smack one over the net.
If you do that, that's crazy. Like a straight line drive too, that would be nuts. Because if you do it over the side, I feel like that's not as hard. It's still hard.
Oh yeah, just what is it like 350 yards,
I don't know, something like that.
400 yards or something?
When you're in it, it doesn't look that big at all. And you don't even, if you hit a bomb, you do not know where it's about to go. You don't know if you're about to hit the back wall. You don't know if you're about to come up short. But like you start to get a relative feel for it after like the first 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes a minute, honestly.
I find I love it. Like I love like
It is
ranges
really
like
fun.
that, and there's not that many locations around the country.
Is there not?
except for like the big cities.
Yeah.
Because I
I
mean
feel
they're so expensive to build.
It's fun though. It
It
is
is
really fun.
extremely
It's a vibe.
fun. I mean, like what else? I'm trying to think of just like other places that are kind of like Topgolf, but for like other sports.
Have you been to Topgolf before this?
Yes,
Do you know how hard it is to score 106 in a round?
it's not that hard.
I bet. No, I mean in 4 shots.
Oh, in 4 shots.
Because that's what I did.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
kind of just have to like.
I got really lucky. It was all
smack 'em.
luck. It was well.
Did you just hit a driver, or did you hit like irons, wedges?
No, I had. Actually, I think it was an iron, because I couldn't use the driver. Like my first time going, it wasn't that it was too heavy. It was just like awkward feeling. I don't know.
Driver's supposed to be light.
I know it felt heavier than the iron I used,
Mm-hmm.
or I think it was an iron. I don't even know what it was. I'm not like the biggest golf dude. It
Like-
might have been a wood.
Like my.
Does
okay.
a wood make? I think
A wood has a similar shape of an iron, but smaller head.
that's what it probably was then.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But
but
the wood, I can hit my best bag. My best club in my bag is my 5 wood. So I can hit a wood way better than the iron
Yeah.
driver.
that's what, because I thought that's something wrong with me because I couldn't use the driver.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used like something I could just like, maybe it might have been heavier and that's what helped me.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I just had more control over it and I could drive the ball better. But golf, what I learned, it's so much like basketball in the sense if once you get into a rhythm, you hit better. Like,
Mhm. It's better to not think about how you're gonna hit it when you're over the ball.
that is true. But
It's
like
way
your
better.
first time going, or because that was mine, every single time I'm up there, I'm like, I don't even know what to do, so I have to think about it. But if I wasn't,
I really want to
can't
see you
go.
hit a golf ball. I really do.
I had my good moments. Like that the one time what I'm talking about, and the reason I say like it's comparable to basketball as far as rhythm's concerned, because the round I hit 100 on, literally the exact same spot every time. Like, and I was like 40, 40, or 34, 34, and like 40 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, it was weird. It was just like I got into a rhythm, but then
I'm
I
not-
didn't get back into it.
I'm not a big fan of the scoring system there.
Me neither.
Because whenever I went there, like
Me
you would
neither.
think, oh my gosh, I hit it in the center, and it's like 5 points.
No, the center is the most. It all depends where you hit, though. It's just the problem
Not for me
is
sometimes. Not for me.
it's really hard to tell where it hits, and that's
Yeah.
why it throws you off.
Because
Because
some balls don't even get detected.
yeah, no, and the biggest thing are the bounces, because the bounce counts, and that's what sucks. Because if it was off first land, I would have beat the dude that beat me, and he was also really new at golf, and I was so sad I lost to him.
Hey,
Because
Bryce.
no, not Bryce, a dude named Brian.
Oh, okay.
He was a vibe though. He's really chill. But I mean, every single time he just bounced it off, just kind of smacked the ball, didn't even try to hit it far, and it bounced and went into like the middle of something. I was just like, really?
That's so funny. Were the other guys like, except for like dad, like not know how to play golf?
No, Bryce, he could smack a ball. It was crazy. Like, I think he probably hit the back net once. I would think, but his accuracy is weird because he always has a curve that way.
He always has the
Yeah.
slice. Yeah.
And he has to literally like his body positioning is all the way over there for that. Yeah.
That's to hit. So for right-handed golfers,
Yeah.
when it goes to the right, that's called like a slice, and that's like the most common mistake for new golfers.
Yeah.
That's like when your grip, your club head opens up, so it hits that way and curves
Dude.
over.
Yeah, okay, so you said you can
No.
be 80 and still play.
You can no. I personally think that one of the most athletic things to do is a proper golf swing.
And you said you can get worse with age,
Yeah.
and you can be 80 and still play.
Or no, not worse with age.
Okay, so what do
Just
you mean?
like so, say like you right here.
Yeah.
Say you start today,
Mhm.
and you look back at like so you've been playing for 5 years.
I wouldn't get any better.
There's a chance that you couldn't get any better.
I guarantee you, anybody would if they. Because I mean that's with every sport. You can play basketball and just never get better if you don't take the time. to.
Because my dad, I think it was he 57.
Yeah.
He's been playing since he was like 16,
Mhm.
and he plays the same way.
Well, I'm sure he's gotten better though. Like, there's no way he's the exact
Maybe slight
same.
improvements. What I'm saying is that like, for how much you play, compared to like basketball and football.
Yeah.
If you play like a whole bunch of basketball and football, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be like really
Depends. It depends. I've seen people
good. It just depends on if
that
you're
are
athletic or
historically
not.
just trash because they don't put in the time. But
Every sport takes some sort of athleticism.
yeah.
Athleticism.
I think golf is probably the only sport, and this is a good thing, it's a compliment, where you can actually play into your, like, 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, every other sport's just so hard on you, besides, like, tennis and pickleball, but that's not.
Me personally, I'm not a fan of people call them golf boomers.
Why not?
It's because I'm more of like, I like to call myself a golf progressive, so I like less. So hoodies
Yeah.
are some courses they're very shunned upon. Like you're not allowed to wear a hoodie on a golf course. You have to wear a very proper attire, slacks, like
Imagine.
nice shoes, like a collared shirt, and that's it.
I could
It's like
never
me,
golf.
I wanted to like wear a hoodie on a golf course. I understand some courses that are private
Yeah.
have very set rules, but I'm not a really big fan of private courses. Just because a lot of them this is very stereotypical, but a lot of private golf courses are the members there can be snobby, can shun you if you don't have them as much
But I bet they're
money as
nice,
you.
though.
There are, I'm sure, like material wise, yes, they're very nice.
Yeah.
But I don't care about the material wise. I care about having a good set of people to be around and not
That
them
is a fact.
napping me because I don't make as much money as they do, or I wear a hoodie
So
on a
it's
golf
not even, like,
course.
trash talk, it's just kind of like, you're lower than me, because
It's etiquette, sort of.
that's sad.
Like, I mean, I understand some golf etiquette I agree with, but like it's like the proper thing to do is like take your hat off and shake the other person's hand.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes I don't want to do that. Sometimes I want to like give them a fist bump.
You want to
or-
show them the ultimate disrespect and keep your hat on? Is
Yeah.
that what you want to do?
That is some courses consider that disrespectful.
So disrespectful. Imagine.
Keeping your hat on. Some people like some courses
So it's
when you
kinda
go
like a
into the
school.
clubhouse, like
It's kind of like a school.
Yeah.
That's lame.
No, and one thing, this is the absolute worst thing. There are some golf courses
Yeah.
that are very sexist. Women are not allowed to play. They're not
Yeah,
allowed
because
to
what do
be
you got,
there.
like a bunch of 70-year-olds? That makes sense.
No, but it's just what?
No. It doesn't make sense that happens, but I'm saying the time they grew up in, I'm
Okay,
sure
I
that's...
thought you were about
No.
to justify it.
No, there's
I'm
no
like, dude,
justifying
don't get
it.
this show canceled.
There's no justifying it, but I'm saying, like, I get why they do it. As in, like... Oh my
Dude,
god.
just shut up.
No, I'm
Dude,
explaining
you just
myself.
need to chill.
I'm explaining myself. What time frame did they grow up in?
They're boomers.
Okay, so what does
late
that mean?
World War II.
They are going to be sexist regardless, right?
I mean, they like 1960s was a very sexist time.
And let's say they own a golf club country right now, right?
Hmm.
You think that just goes away? Sexist? Being
I-
sexist? I don't think...
No, it doesn't. But that doesn't justify that they're doing.
I'm not
it.
just... I'm just saying, like, I get it. As in, like... I can't completely just frown upon them just because, like... If you grow up in a time frame where that's drilled into your head, then obviously, like us right now, well, most of us, we know that nicotine is bad,
Mhm.
and we shouldn't be doing it. And it's drilled into our head. I mean, years ago, nicotine was amazing. So can we really blame smokers for smoking? Like, I don't know. But being sexist is awful. I'm not saying that.
Yes, it is. I feel like golf is like one of the most sexist sports, just because it is deemed as a gentleman's game.
I mean, like, NFL, NBA. Like, you can't be female and play it.
I don't like. Oh, okay. Biologically, like, I mean, if a female
female
really,
can
if a
play
female
football
really
and
wanted
basketball.
to bulk up and really do it, I think
They
could.
would still get drilled in the next Saturday.
They still could. Yes, they would.
Yeah.
But
I think any human being that bulks up, period, has a potential. And I'm not just excluding girls. Like, even if you're a guy and you want to spend your life dedicated to football, there's still a chance you won't make it because those guys, those people, because there are females that are actually really good at football out there. They're just genetically gifted. They're freak athletes, and they will pop you into next Saturday if you even try to work at hard. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. It's one of those. But I feel you. It's a gentleman's game.
I mean, yes, like there is like the LPGA and then there's the regular PGA.
Yeah.
But my problem is that there are still golf courses that don't allow women to play.
Do you think it's the most, like, disrespectfully sexist. Because, like, with football in the NBA, I feel like, I guess you can call it sexist. Well, there's a WNBA now, but there's a huge wage. Oh my God, that's
No, that's for another story.
that's
That's
so
for another
different.
episode.
But I feel what you're trying to say. It's almost like a disrespect in a regard, because it's like they're trying to keep things back in the 1980s.
I mean, that's me. Like, I don't like. I didn't grow up in the 1980s.
So why are you trying to, like-
1970s.
And you're basically saying, like, why are you trying to keep me in this decade? Because that's what it seems like they're doing.
I mean, yeah, technically, it's like I don't want to have to play golf like it was back then, etiquette wise or personality wise.
I feel it.
It's like I understand like the golf attire and stuff, but like if I want to
I don't
like
really get that.
if I want to play music on a golf course and have some fun without like I should do it without someone on the other hole yelling at me, yo, turn that music off, dude. I pay to be here. Shut up.
So that's why basketball and football are just better than golf.
To watch and to be around, yes, but to play, I'd rather play golf than football.
Me too. I'm at, like,
Really?
a certain
Really?
point now where, like, if I play football, it's going to be too untouched. Because, one, I am too competitive to be trying to tackle people now and be tackled, because I know somebody would end up getting hurt, and it would probably be me because I'm pretty short. But, like, I like the aspect of, like, route running and trying to burn a man and, like, disrespect him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like the physicalness now. But I love basketball. Basketball is physical, but it's so different.
Basketball's fun.
It takes way more skill than football. Football is one of the most simple sports ever, and that should disrespect absolutely nobody. When you can literally make a living off of throwing a ball,
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. Because, like,
Throwing the ball well and accurate and far.
another thing is you don't have to worry about a certain, like, aspect of the game. With football, you're either on offense or defense. I'm talking about professionally. I'm not talking about. With basketball, you have to play both sides. So it's like I just like that aspect better, where it's you have to be more skilled all around to play the sport.
Mm-hmm.
So I enjoy watching basketball over football, and I enjoy playing basketball over football. And I would enjoy golf over football because it's just more relaxing and chilling. Kind of like wood turning. Have you ever wood turned before?
No.
It's so satisfying, dude. I love it.
It's like when the wood spins across the
Yeah, it's
thing,
on a lathe.
and then like you have
Yeah.
to. That's so
It's one
funny.
of the most satisfying things ever. I made a couple bowls in my life. I'm a bowl maker.
I hear you. And on that note, guys,
That's it.
we're gonna end off. It was a short
Alright.
episode today.
It's really
And-
good.
I mean, I feel like it was a good conversation.
Yeah, pretty fire. Golf. What was before golf?
Football.
Football?
We talked about football for a little bit, but it was mainly a golf episode.
Golf.
That's what it is.
We
But
talked about
overall,
something before football. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out.
thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate
Yeah.
it, guys. We're gonna sign these cards and
Yes, sir.
hopefully get them shipped out to you. But if you guys want to follow us on Instagram at 3480 Podcast. If you guys want to donate to the podcast, that'll be much appreciated. Not obligated to do so, but overall, everything's fun, everything's nice, everything's good.
Yeah.
We're having a good time out here, guys. Thank you for watching. And anything else you want to say?
Peace tea is really good.
PC is really good. Guys, we will see you in the next episode.
Yes, sir.
Peace.